Hello and welcome to Super Failure Brothers. We're going to be playing a bit of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion for you. This is me, Flurb.
And me, Snakey5012.
So this is Oblivion. It's the game before Skyrim. It's about 200-250 years before. And it's set in the province of Cyrodiil, which is directly south of Skyrim. Now, Cyrodiil is the central province within Tamriel, so it's bordering with many of the other lands. Unfortunately, you can't visit any of them. We have come here and we will discover the Oblivion Gate crisis, which is mentioned relatively often within Skyrim, and it's referenced in quite a few of the books that you might read throughout your travels there. Now, this is where the Imperial race comes from, and you can also see bits of other sort of architecture mixed in certain ones of the cities. We'll go ahead and load it for you. We created a character who is just about escaped from the sewers at the start of the game. At the start of the game, you witness the death of the Emperor firsthand by a band of mysterious assassins, and having escaped from prison because he used your cell to go through a secret passage which eventually led to here, you're free. Now,
you have been set a task by the Emperor himself to deliver this.
Yes, we have to deliver the Amulet of Kings, which is the amulet which the Emperor must wear. Ooh, mud crab. Now, what we have to do is deliver this to Waynham Priory to continue with the main storyline. But we've also got quite a lot of other quests because we've got all the DLC, which means that we have multiple hidey holes. If you look on our map, which is here, not over there, we have Frostcrag Spire, a wizard's tower. We have Raiders Fort. I'm not sure that I've ever been there. We have Waynham Priories over there. We've got Battlehorn Castle to go to. There is also something going on here involving dwarven artifacts. This is Galehaven. It's added in the Thieves Grotto DLC, not even DLC, mod, which we have installed. We've also got Kvatch Rebuilt. Now we're just going to leave that at that until we continue with the storyline some more. We've also got a Brotherhood Renewed, but especially Brotherhood Renewed we won't find much about until we've continued with the storyline and specific side quests. Now, I'm just scrolling around, we can see some of the cities, and we're going to head straight to the Priory, which is where our quest finishes, because I don't really want to have to run through the wilderness for ages hitting wolves.
Yep. Having a punch out with things is it's not really the highlight of this game. It's well, the highlight of this game is going around with a massive sword and then stabbing everything. But even then, stabbing puny little crabs and tiny little pathetic rats and not so vicious wolves is not the best part of this game.
Yep, so we're going to deliver the Amulet of Kings to Joffrey, who is the leader of the Emperor's bodyguards, named the Blades. We've also got to tell him some news of the Emperor's son.
I'm brother.
So we get quest options.
By the... Who?
close shut the jaws of
His
Oblivion,
meaning is unclear to me as well.
which is one of the
The Emperor seemed to perceive
quotes
some
from
threat
what
from the demonic world of
the
Oblivion,
Emperor told us.
the Prince of Destruction. But
How can Oblivion?
I'm not sure.
I'm just going to
I am-
skip through all this,
His name.
because basically we have to find his son, who is in
Waste
Vatch,
no time. You must
in
find
order
Martin.
to give him...
Welcome to Wayne. I'm.
What are you on?
Bye.
So basically, we've been set the task of finding the Emperor's illegitimate son in order for him to wear the Amulet of Kings, otherwise the Dragonfires will go out and they're our only source of protection from
Your first priority.
the Daedric Prince Mahuni's Dagon. Now then, assistance.
I
keep a few things in here in my chest. So we get
I
free
keep
stuff.
a few things in case the Oblivion crisis occurs.
Yeah. So we get some steel arrows. New bow. I'm going to ignore the claymore because I don't like two-handed weapons. Get some nice leather armor. And a load of potions. And a shock spell. Now, our class is a thief class, which gives us this. So we have bonuses to agility and speed from our class. I'm not sure.
So what are these? Do these just keep accumulating until?
Every time you level up, you will get plus something to them, depending on. As you can see, each of them governs certain skills. Now, each time you level up, what you'll have had to do is level up some of your major skills.
Yeah.
Each skill you level up will give you 1 point in the appropriate, I'm not sure what they call them, in the appropriate category.
Mm-hmm.
And you can get up to 5 points throughout the course of a level. Then when you sleep, you level up, and you will be presented with an option, and each one will have plus an amount. So luck, I do believe, will only ever be +1, because you can't have skills. It governs no skills, so you can't get bonuses. But everything else can go up to +5 if you've leveled up in those skills, in the skills it governs, 5 times throughout the level.
And what's the maximum level on Oblivion? Is there any max?
There is a max, I do believe. I'm not sure, but it's very high, so it's unlikely that we'll reach it unless we really do everything. And we only we level up whenever we can, rather than only leveling up once we've got a decent amount of attributes, because I find a lot of the time you end up lacking attributes. So yeah, talk through the mods. I've already mentioned Kvatch Rebuilt, A Brotherhood Renewed, and random glitchy bit. And I've already mentioned Kvatch Rebuilt, A Brotherhood Renewed, and Thieves' Grotto. I think it's Thieves' Grotto, that might be the DLC actually. It's some sort of Thieves one. Which are all quite... well, they all require some advancement in the storyline for you to really see the effect. However, we've also got one called Quest Award Leveler, which gives us...
rewards for completing quests?
No, you already get rewards for completing quests. It gives us this little handy item. Basically, in Oblivion, your quest rewards are scaled to your level. So if we went round and did a load of quests now, we could receive certain items which would be scaled down to our level. However, they then never scale up again. Using this, once we reach level 30, which is the max level for scale ups, or when we reach any other marker in our journey to that, which affects the scaling level, we can use this and make those items usable again, because they eventually you end up with items with really cool names and effects, but the effects aren't powerful enough for you to warrant wearing them, and you'd rather just wear something you found in a dungeon, which, you know, isn't that fun. Yeah. So we're not going to kill them, we're going to head towards Kvatch, which should be what the marker's for at the moment. Now we're going to aim to do this without killing anyone, because I know in both of my previous files I've killed someone during the siege of Kvatch, which has led to me being instantly recruited to the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood. It's actually quite fun, but we're going to try and be a good guy in this, would you say?
Yeah, we're going to be a good little assassin thief.
Yes.
And not kill anyone or steal anything, except when we decide it's
necessary. Right. Actually, scrap that. Let's just get to killing things.
Yeah, killing things is a lot more fun than just running. Look, there's a deer to kill. Or is that? No.
I'm not going to chase that because it will outrun me. Ooh, a dungeon coming up. This is our little mini-map at the bottom, along with the rest of our heads-up display. Now, you may have just noticed a change in music. That's because this rat here wants to hurt me.
Oh no! An almighty rat. Gah.
Now, it's worth checking everything, because occasionally you'll get something quite nice from them, like a jewel or a piece of jewellery. Yeah. However, most of the time it will just be rat meat or some sort of equivalent.
And everyone knows how tasty rat meat is.
Yeah. Tasty.
Your acrobat skill has increased. You found Wind Cave.
Wind Cave. Let's do this.
Yeah.
So...
Wait, what sort of wind is it? Does it mean like wind as in blowing wind, or wind of the other sort?
I don't know. Let's fight some rats, probably. Unfortunately, the enemies scale, so you're unlikely to... Ooh, imp. I was going to say we're unlikely to find anything but rats, but we'll also find imps. They provide about as much of a thing. However, they do provide imp gore, which is relatively valuable for its weight. That was me picking them up for you. So, we've got some enchanted pants.
Got some fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
Yeah. More.
Is that a door? Me with the accuracy. Imp with the noticing.
So, imps, pretty much rats with wings.
They get better. I think at the moment they're scaled down to us.
So do you eventually fight rats that are strong enough to bite someone's head off?
Or eventually the rats disappear from your game, and instead you find wolves and timber wolves and crazy things.
And evil rats.
I don't think I've ever encountered any evil rats.
Right. One question.
Yes?
If you level up to the 4th level and you find the cave of Karabanok, do you fight the killer rabbit?
I'm presuming this is a Monty Python reference.
Yep. Is there any rabbits that will
I don't
be stronger
think
than
so.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
do not think so, but I do not know, so, you know.
I'm sure there's a mod for it.
The Wind Cave Great Pit. Now, if we do find some good mods, or if you want to recommend some good mods to us, we will install them and we can do the quests that come with them, because actually the storyline in Oblivion, it's alright, but it's not really what you get the game for, is it? You get the game for
stabbing things.
the enjoyment of the actual area, rather than being told to run about and do this. Now run over there and do that.
That's usually what happens in a lot of games.
Yes, but
Something's casting a...
that's not great. Yes, that was an imp. Now, I should mention to Skyrim users that spells work differently in this, and rather than equipping them as you would in Skyrim, they just appear on your heads-up display, and you can only ever have one active. However, by pressing a different button to one of your hands, you can use that spell, which is quite nice. However, you can't dual wield, so maybe there's a mod for it. I don't know. I'm unlikely.
So no, like, double fireballing everything.
No double fireballing, or even double blading. But
So you can only carry one weapon at a time then?
yes, you can only have one weapon and a shield, but you can have other ones in your inventory, obviously. So, anything around? Just continue then with this, which turned out to be the Rat Ramble.